Let's go.
Get your copy of Fire. It's definitely a must-read. If you enjoy hood books, this one is it. Just like the title of the book, it's officially Fire. Get it on Amazon, paperback or Kindle.
Peace. This is the Enemy's Public, and I am Bro.Nasir. I'm here this evening with my brother and comrade, Talky Talk Media, Greedy Vegann. How you doing, good brother?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing, good brother?
I'm good. This beautiful Friday evening,
Yes, sir.
and it's about time that we had this discussion and do the breakdown, origins of hip hop.
Mm. Who would it be best to do it other than someone like yourself, man?
And I feel the same, brother. Right back at you. Who would be better to have this discussion with than my brother and comrade? We gonna talk our talk tonight, brother. Indeed, peace to the brother, Big Dog Philly OG, the sisters, the true daughter of darkness, and Sharice, the realist. We're gonna get into this. It's been some talk for quite some time, brother, about the origins of hip hop, and people say it's not important, but if it wasn't important, it wouldn't be such a trending topic. And
right.
Some people trying to make us, share 50-50 on something that we created 100%. And people are confusing the word contribution with the word creation. Those are not two words. They're not even synonymous. Nowhere near the same word. Peace to the brother Richard Neal Bay. Not even the same word, creation or contribution. We never said that Latinos and Jamaicans never contributed to hip hop after it was established. But what they added to hip hop, my opinion, my sentiment, my strong opinion, being someone who was around before hip hop was on records. I didn't see any Latinos. I didn't see any Jamaicans around us when it came to hip hop. We had Jamaican brothers that hung out in our projects. They did not play hip hop. They didn't mess with hip hop. The Latino brothers, they hung with us. We was cool, but they did not rock with hip hop. The first time I heard Busta Rhymes do anything.
Hold on. Let me stop you there before you move on too fast. And peace and grand one to all the kindred in the chat, man. Everybody that's tapped in and everybody that's going to tap in on the replay gang, man. Peace to everyone. All right, so let me ask you this from your perspective. When you say that, the Jamaican culture, we are all getting this from, certain statements that was said, on recent podcast, things that have went viral. Of course, Busta Rhymes that made a statement. You had Fat Joe.
Yes.
That made a statement. And then of late, KRS-One is making statements. You know what I'm saying? So from your perspective, and, when you can, go back to that era as much as far as back as you can remember, why do you think that they are making these statements? Because, I'm an 80s baby. I'm an early 80s baby, right? But as far as I can remember, as far as hip hop itself, just from my perspective, it said hip hop to me, from an 80s baby perspective, is an American Negro, or it's our shit, something we created. It's a form of music, a style of music that we created, and it was all like meant to be us expressing ourselves through our conditions. That's how it was in the early form. From what I can remember. You know what I'm saying? But from your perspective, where's all of the? Because when I hear Jamaicans and I hear Latinos and stuff, I think of reggae music. I think of music like, of course, Bob Marley come to mind. Shit, and music like that, and then his Latino music or Hispanic music, whatever you want to call it. I just don't see no hip hop in that at all. I don't see no hip hop in reggae music. So
no.
Why do you think that they are making these statements from your perspective, and then from looking at it from that era?
First, they're disrespectful, and they're disrespectful because I don't hear, especially in the beginning, all the way to what I listen to today, I hear absolutely no Caribbean influences in hip hop. I don't hear any Latino influences in hip hop, and never have I heard those influences in hip hop. See, what they're trying to do is, I know what Fat Joe meant, but they're trying to say other elements of hip hop that they contributed to, which is also a lie, with the dance and the b-boying and the graffiti. And all of that's not true. They're trying to all lives matter hip hop and say they were there at the beginning. They was not there at the beginning. They took no part in helping to create the art form. They did not play hip hop. They did not rock with hip hop in the beginning. I've been around, 58 years old. So when Rappers Delight came out, I was 13 years old back in 1979. So I know what I'm talking about. And I remember being in the parks and in the courtyard when we was having block parties, and we was doing it in New Jersey too. So a lot of what they're saying to me is out of pocket by where it started at. I'm not saying it started in New Jersey, but I'm damn sure saying it didn't start there in the South Bronx, because people were doing it all over, DJing, MCing, brothers lining up, waiting to grab the mic, to rock on the mic. So I'm questioning all that, and it's also a whole bunch of myths. So you're telling me a party that Kool Herc did for his sister started hip hop? I don't buy that. I don't buy that. It takes more than a one party to start hip hop, and we had DJs over here who was tough.
All right, so let me ask. Okay, so what is hip hop to you? What is hip hop to you?
KRS-One did a acronym: Higher Infinite Power, Healing Our People. Hip is to be up on things. That's what hip is, to be up on things. I don't know. It wasn't even referred to hip hop until it became an industry. Peace to my brother Warfare K, peace to BB Bake Shop, peace to the sister Sharon Walker, peace to the brother Bronx Flat Power God. Thanks for tapping in. But what I'm saying is, brother, is we wasn't referring to it as hip hop until it came on records. Before then, it was rap. It was rap. It was rapping.
Freestyle. Flow.
Exactly. The DJ was out front. The DJ was out front first. We'll talk about the DJ. We'll try to get the crowd to dance. Getting the crowd hype. That's what we was doing. And we was doing far as like telling people to do certain dances, but we'll do it in rhyme form. but it wasn't, called hip hop. And like I said, we did it everywhere. Everywhere. Newark, did it in New Brunswick, we did it in Plainfield, we did it in Patterson. We did it all over the place. And before you know it, it was a record out by two brothers from New Jersey and one from the Bronx that moved to New Jersey. And that was the Sugar Hill Gang. And I'm gonna say like this: everybody who was a big act back then had to come to New Jersey to record hip hop. Sugar Hill Records was at 96 West Street, Inglewood, New Jersey. 96 West Street is now called Sylvia Robinson Way. And I was there when they named the street after Sylvia Robinson. And a few years ago, they named the street after her. She passed away. I met Leland Robinson. I met Joy Robinson, who passed away a few years ago. And let me see if I can find a picture. This is the day I met the brother. This is the day I met Melly Mel. That's the day I met Melly Mel. But he was one of the guys I looked up to as a lyricist. We was there because we was invited to perform there because my wife and I was running a drill and drum squad at that time. And they was naming the street and having a ceremony. And they invited us to come, our drill and drum squad, to come perform at that ceremony. So we went. And then, Melly Mel was there. A few other MCs was there. The Robinson family was there, when they did the commemoration to the sister. But everybody who was like Treacherous 3, Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, Spoonie G, The Sequence, Funky 4+1, The Crash Crew, all those acts had to come to New Jersey to record hip hop. All of them. Only person I remember not in the early days was like Curtis Blow. He was on Mercury. But before Sugar Hill started, they had Enjoy Records, and Sylvia Robinson owned that before she established Sugar Hill Records. And then it was on and popping. She used to go to the clubs, check out the MCs, and she would like invite them to come record. She wanted to put them on, to record them and sign them. But I'm gonna say like this, a lot of them, most of them didn't make, no real money. They didn't make no real money. She did the same thing that the other labels did to her own people. Same thing.
Okay. So hold on. So you basically saying from your experience and how you remember, hip hop at its origin started as basically what they would call house party, block party performance by us.
Definitely. The DJ was out playing in the block party.
Right.
He had a mic and people used to line up to rock that mic. And if you wasn't good, they rolled your ass out.
So it was like open cypher, open freestyle type joint.
Exactly.
And you had to come up. So that's where the MC came from. You had to come up and be able to check that mic.
You have to move the crowd.
Move the crowd. Mic check.
Exactly. You have to move the crowd. That's what MC means.
So that's what it originally stand for. Move the crowd.
Yeah.
Crowd mover.
Move the crowd, master of ceremony, but more so move the crowd when it came to rapping. You had to get that crowd up off you used to tell the girls, get up off the wall, and go out and dance. Go, fellas grab a girl, girls grab, saying girls grab a fella, saying, and get out on the dance floor. But they said it in rhyme form. They was doing it like that. And they'll be speaking about what's going on. Latest dances and whole nine.
It's like you giving me a clear picture now. And it's like There, like you say, there's a big difference in the creations and the contributions. And the contributions mainly came when it was being named hip hop and becoming mainstream.
Exactly.
And becoming a mainstream music genre that they want to call hip hop and market and make money off of.
Yes. And, you know, I think my sentiment is that when it became an industry, it started to get exploited.
Mm.
That's my sentiment about hip hop. It was exploited. The artist was exploited all the way back to Sugar Hill Records. It was being exploited. People don't know that Naughty by Nature was actually on Sugar Hill Records, but it didn't work out.
Mm.
They didn't like the deal they was trying to give them, and it was problems. You know, them East Orange Newark cats don't play, bro, and it didn't work out. I'm just gonna say that much. I'm not gonna say what exactly happened. I know, but it didn't work out.
Mm. Okay, and you mentioned Rapper's Delight. Was that the first? Well, one of the first. What was that? The rap song that you heard first?
Well, the first rap song recorded was by B Fats from the Fatback Band. It didn't hit. Rapper's Delight was, you know, recorded later on that year back in 1979, and Rapper's Delight took off because Good Times by Chic was a hot record. And with Sylvia Robinson, you know, she put the Sugar Hill gang together. They didn't even know each other. They didn't know each other. She just picked rappers. She picked first it was Hank. Then Hank heard her talking to what's his name? Wonder Mike heard him talking to heard Sylvia talking to Hank, and they hooked up, and then they picked up Guy, Master G. They put them together, and they went in. They recorded Rapper's Delight.
Mm.
And Sylvia Robinson produced that song. Her with, of course, with the musicians. So it wasn't done like it's done today in the studio, as far as like sampling and you know putting together with the like how we do it today, especially like we do it today. You could do it in the comfort of your home today with a computer. If you get the right computer and the right programs, you can produce your whole album.
Right.
But back in 78, 79, she had musicians. And anything that somebody want, back in the day, whatever hot record that used to come out, people would make a rap version of it. Heartbeat, another one bites the dust, Good Times, whatever hot song that came out, people do their version of a rap song. Or they'll take old soul songs like the Treacherous Three with the use the Pointer Sisters as a hook. Yes, we can. No, we can. Yes, we can. They did stuff like that, you know, with the wordplay. And Sylvia Robinson had some very talented musicians. Very talented musicians. And one of those musicians wrote 3 of the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 biggest hits. A college professor who was a musician also. A very accomplished musician also, wrote The Message, wrote Survival, and he wrote New York, New York, New York, New York. And he's a Jersey cat too, bro.
Mm.
A Jersey brother by the name of Edward Fletcher, but his name was Duke Booty, Bootie.
And so, but what you're saying is, even before that took off, Rapper's Delight, people were already like mixing it up, basically, like, you know, having like a hole in the wall type jumps and shit where people would come and see people perform and grab that mic and get it in.
It was all about the battle back then. Busy B and Love Bud, Starsky, Busy B, had Kumo D, had Melly Mel, Grandmaster Cass. It was all about the battle back then. Go in the club and it'd be on and popping. And they kept it about the lyrics. Nobody got hurt. They kept it about the lyrics. It was on site with the lyrics back then. DJ Behind the Wheels of Steel. We had Flowers. We had Grandmaster Flower, Grandmaster Flash. We had Mario. We had, I mean, bro, and we had some DJs over here. But my honest opinion, those Philly DJs, they was always the hottest to me, bro. The Philly DJs were special, like Cosmic Kev, Cash Money, Tap Money, Jazzy Jeff. Those cats were problems way back then, bro. They were problems. But that's how it was, you know, coming up. It was about the battle. All about that battle, brother. And it was about composition. There was no DJs producing hip hop back then. So when you hear them say Flash 3 times, Flash is not flashing. He got credit for records that he wasn't even on. Grandmaster Flash was really merely a brand. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. He was merely a brand. That's what he was.
Oh shit!
And the only time I heard him when they was with Sugar Hill at the beginning. I heard him probably on the Adventures of Grandmaster Flash. That's him just DJing on a song, you know, they put out, and it's a song they had out called "It's a Shame." That's the only using the song "It's a Shame." They use that music, and they use the Mount Airy groove beat also, and they put that together, and that was a composition. Sylvia Robinson put that together. She actually produced that song with her musicians, but it wasn't no sampling, no beat. There was no such thing of sampling. Back in '79, I'm gonna tell you when sampling started. Sampling started with Marley Marl. That's when sampling started. The first person to get sued for a sample clearance is the first person who did it. That was DJ Marley Marl. Nobody beats the Biz Markie. They got sued for using that song, Times Keep on Slipping into the Future. They used that. And they got sued for that, for the sample clearance. But back when they started first producing hip hop, there was no sampling. They had accomplished, very good musicians to come in to play whatever they wanted. Like Duke said, The Message, because he produced that song also. He didn't only write all the lyrics. Duke Booty wrote everything besides the last verse of The Message. A child is born with no state of mind. It's the only part he didn't write, but all the rest of that song he wrote. He wrote all of Survival. He wrote all of New York, New York. He wrote all of that. But you know, what's crazy about it is when they was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they didn't even mention him. And they got inducted because of The Message. And they know they got inducted because of The Message, because The Message is considered one of the most important songs ever because of the lyrical content. Not only did he write the song, Brother Greedy, that's him spitting on the song. That's him. That's his voice. And when you see Raheem on the video, he's lip syncing. I've been to the man's house and I've seen the plaques on the wall as a songwriter. His plaques in Elizabeth. I've seen those plaques on this man's wall. He wrote those songs, and that's his voice. Not only did he write it, it's him spitting on the song. Him, you know, he was a musician. Keith LeBlanc. Kaiser Soze, peace, brother. Earth, peace. Thanks for tapping in. Keith LeBlanc, he was a mean drummer. He was a man behind the rhythm. But Edward Fletcher, Duke Booty played multiple instruments. When you hear that, that's my man playing that shit.
All right, so let me ask you this then: where is it coming from? Like, why do you hear people say that? Let's just start with reggae or Jamaicans or something like that. Why do you hear them say that they had an influence in the culture? What do you think that they mean by that? And why?
I don't. I really can't put I really can't answer that question. I'm gonna give you an answer, but there's no legitimate answer because nothing they're saying is legitimate. Because if you listen to hip hop, if hip hop came from Puerto Rico, if hip hop came from Jamaica, why wasn't they doing it there? They wasn't doing it there. They wasn't doing it in Puerto Rico. And what they try to do is they try to use, like I said, these other elements, these so-called other elements, to me, which is like candles on a cake. Nobody eats the candles. Nobody. They take the candles off and they slice the cake. And they eat the cake. You don't eat the candles. See, all these other elements like breakdancing, pop locking, b-boying, and graffiti, which is damn vandalism, all that are candles on a cake that they're trying to say that they participated in. They didn't even help us to create that. Nobody created vandalism besides a damn vandal.
Right.
But when Fat Joe said that we did hip hop in its creation 50-50, he wasn't talking about that. He was talking about the music, and everybody knows. But they tried to bring some old, videos of Hispanic men dancing and stuff. Doing dances that we've been doing. You remember those old films? You could see a brother flipping a sister over her head and pulling her between his legs, twisting her all over the place. They was doing that like before I was born.
Right.
And not only that, music make you dance. If the music is slow, you're gonna slow dance. If the music is fast, you're going to dance faster. So to say, okay, this dance is hip hop, I can understand break dancing, but by the time people sing Beat Street, we had stopped doing it. We put it down and they picked it up. And because they picked it up, they saying it's theirs. It don't go like that. That's not how it goes. It's still ours. Even if we put it down, we still created it. It's ours.
Right.
See, that's what happens when you tell people to make themselves a home, Greedy.
Get too comfy.
They make themselves a damn home.
And get a little too damn comfortable.
A little too comfortable, bro. That's what happens. So, we have to safeguard, and that's also why Caucasian folks is walking around talking about Elvis is the king of damn rock and roll. The same thing. Because we allow people to come in and get comfortable. We welcome them in as guests. And then all of a sudden, bro, you mess around, they don't made a key. They coming in on their own. They wouldn't have made a key.
Man.
They wouldn't have copied your keys, bro.
And you said something earlier too, man, that kind of reminds me of, the usual saying and shit, like it's kind of like the saying how they try to say everything, our culture is African culture, or, you know, or something like that, you know, and you know, the question comes up, you know, like why ain't no, you know, you ain't run across no Whitney Houstons or no, you know, Michael Jacksons and Prince and Tupac's and Biggie Smalls and Wu-Tang Clan. Why you ain't never find none of that in Africa and shit? You know what I'm saying? So
Because it's not African.
because it's not African. And you had people say, well, you know, the drum and all that type of stuff come like, no, but you know, just the way that the Americans, Negro, completely coordinated with the drum set, with the cymbals and all that, with the snare and everything, man, the complete set, and make a rhythm out of it and shit, man. Other than you see the African style where they would do it individually, and one man beating the drum, and you know, somebody beating and holding the timbale or something like that, and one man got the cymbal over there. But nah, it's a total difference the way.
Yes, it is.
The art form and the talent, the way that we did it, the way that our peoples did it here, that makes it unique to here. And you don't find none of that.
You don't find what we do anywhere besides when they copy it. That's right. When you find it. They hear it from us. Peace to the good brother Drake House Music. Thanks for tapping in.
Shout out to the big home.
When they hear us, they copy us. And if they put their own influences and make their own music, that's a contribution to an art form that's already established. It's not you creating something. I heard a fool say that, well, whoever created the turntables contributed to hip hop. Whoever created the mixer contributed to hip hop. But you know what, though? If you set some turntables and a mixer in front of someone who can't DJ, guess what that's going to do? Collect dust. The man or woman have to know how to DJ. After back when I was DJing, I want my 40. If I was still DJing, it'd be 42 years. I started DJing in 1982. Myself, my brother Cool Kurt, and my brother Kev Nice. Kev Nice became my DJ when I was MCing. He was my DJ.
And DJing and shit, that's something that you gotta have a talent to do. That ain't something that somebody can teach you. You that's something you gotta feel. It gotta be in you.
You gotta have rhythm too.
Yeah, that's something that like you can go to school to learn music, you know, music theory, and learn how to read music and stuff like that. But like the rhythm and stuff like what you're speaking of, like that gotta be in you.
And you have to have good timing and coordination.
Right.
Can you imagine, you know, you can just look at like a Jazzy Jeff. You just can't wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm about to go do what Jeff do.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
You're not going to be able to do that. Not what Jazzy Jeff do. And Jazzy Jeff was doing with vinyl in a regular Newmark mixer what they do with Serato today. Changing records. He was doing it like that. But, you know, Serato was a lot easier because you got all the music on the computer. All you got to do is click on it and then which one table. When I first seen that, it bugged me out. I thought dude was fronting. I said, ain't no way in hell he mixing that good. I ain't see him change no fucking record. But that's the first thing. That's the first time I seen Serato. This was years ago. And I walked up to the DJ, how you switching this and blending all those songs? And I didn't see you change one record. He was like, programs now. Everything's on the computer. Whatever you click on, it's on the turntables. I'm like, all them damn crates of records I've been carrying all these years, and they do this now? Bro, in order to really rock a party back then, at least four crates, bro. 4 crates you had to have to really rock the party. 4 crates. And back then, we had everything broke down. The bass, the mid-range, the high range, the tweeters, everything was broke down and stacked. So after everybody's gone, we got to carry all that heavy ass equipment. You know what I'm saying? Unhook it after, you know what I'm saying? After everybody's gone, we unhooking equipment. All those wires and stuff, we organize, because we were organized. We didn't just throw stuff up. You know, we want everything to be
right
like it's supposed to be. Go put that stuff back in storage. Bro, it's different now. A lot different now. A lot more convenient now than it was.
Yeah. Man. So basically and shit, you how I want to say, so you I mean the way I feel about it, I feel that this shit is being done intentionally to try to steal, you know, take another thing away from us.
Yes, indeed. I mean, you know, like I said, I heard a fool say, you know, people who invented the, you know, the turntables and mixer, the speakers, the equipment in general contributed. No, they didn't, because people were DJing before then, but they just weren't doing what we were doing as far as like, because back in those days, they took the music programs out of school. And as the innovative people we are, we're going to find a way to make music. We couldn't make our own music so good. So what we did was take the break part, what we call the get down, when people really get down to, and we just extended it.
Mm.
And you had to know your records. You had to actually know your records to bring it back in without the word playing. That's all it was. Some people call it, you know, the merry-go-round. Some people call it the get down. Before the words, like say how Jam Master Jay was spinning big beat to that song "Here We Go" Run DMC. He just kept spinning big beat. That boom, boom, pat, boom, boom, pat. And before the words come in, he jigga, 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 boom, boom, pat, boom, boom. That's how it was. You had to keep extending that beat while the MCs
it's
are
like a continuous loop.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, but you're doing manually with the turntables. That's exactly what it is, brother. A continuous loop, but you're just doing it manually with the turntable. Now all you gotta do is sample 8 seconds, sample 16 seconds, and just let it rock. Back then they did it manual with the records. They had to know their records.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you had to have some skill and talent to just do that shit too. And shit like you said, anybody that can get their hand on that equipment and shit, but if it ain't in you to put it together and shit, man, you know what? You know, it's a lot of people that try to make beats and try to produce and shit like that, but they just, you know, everybody ain't got it.
Everybody don't got it. You gotta have that ear too. Not only you gotta have that coordination, you gotta have that timing, that rhythm, and you gotta have that ear. Because if you take like the Bomb Squad, perfect example, the Bomb Squad, Public Enemy's producers, they never straight sampled nothing. They use snippets and blend it, and then put the beat, you know, put it over the beat.
Yeah.
The song "Fight the Power."
Right.
The beginning of that song got like 12 samples. The beginning. The song, I know I can hear the song "What You See Is What You Get."
Yeah.
That's in the beginning of that song.
The dramatics.
Yep. That's in the beginning. That breakdown before they start singing, that's in the beginning of "Fight the Power."
Mm.
See, I have the ability to tone everything else out and listen to one instrument. For some reason, I have the ability to do that. I can tone everything out, listen to the guitar. I said, well, I'm gonna listen to another instrument. I can tone everything out and listen to that one particular instrument that I want to hear. And that's what it's about, and that's how they did it. That's how, when I was producing, I was good. I get some equipment, I'm telling you. When I do get some equipment, I'm gonna put my foot in some producer's ass, I guarantee you.
And I can remember back in like, I want to say like Eric Sermon, EPMD, Brand Nubian.
Yeah, definitely.
Who else? Diggable Planets.
Yeah, no doubt.
Them type, it was certain hip hop groups and artists back in the day, especially like in the 80s, going up to the 90s. There were like certain maybe 2 or 3 like famous hip hop drum patterns. Like
Yeah,
it was certain drum patterns that you would hear on everybody's shit behind the samples and shit. You see what I'm saying?
like the funky drummer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? With certain jumps and shit, certain patterns that you would hear, and that would be considered what you call today. They call it hip hop drums. Hip hop
Exactly.
drums. Like it's a difference in hip hop drums and rock drums or reggae drums or salsa drums and jazz drums and stuff like that. But
Exactly. Can't you see that? Can't you see that, good brother, on the keyboard?
Right.
You can see that on the keyboard, right?
Exactly.
All those different kind of times. You got the hip hop drum pattern, got the rock drum pattern, you got the soul drum pattern. You can see that on any keyboard you get.
Right. So that shows you that it's unique in its own way, and it's not influenced by anything else. It's actually created like grassrooted.
It is, and it's nothing like it. What people try to say is theirs, but it's nothing like. I mean, and not only that, it's evolved. It's evolved, and a lot of our people. We took it now. So how could? But what I'm saying is, how could hip hop be funk and the soul and a little bit of disco and sometimes, but have any other influences but ours? But they want to say, okay, it's Latino and Caribbean. No, there's no influences in that, bro. Absolutely no influences, because nobody is sampling no goddamn salsa.
Yeah, the energy.
Nobody's sampling no salsa. Nobody's sampling no damn on reggae either. The first song I heard with any reggae influences, I don't know if it's the first song, but the first song I heard with any reggae influences was Roots Rap Reggae, Run DMC, and it was outright whack. That song was whack. It's on the King of Rock album, and it's whack. I don't even suggest nobody listen to that because the song is that whack. I listened to it the other day. I said, this shit is so damn whack. Why they do this?
Hey, you remember who was that? Shabba Ranks?
Yeah.
And Beanie Man and stuff like that. I don't, like
it's not
I'm not taking nothing away from their artistry and their talent and shit, but I remember they was trying to blend that shit into the radio station, into our playlist with the dude Snow with the Informer.
I remember that.
And all that. They was trying to blend that Caribbean style of which trying to blend it into the hip hop scene, the hip hop culture back in the 90s and shit, man. And like you said, that shit was like some one hit wonder type shit, or it was some at the moment felt good in a party, and then it died down and shit. Nobody want to hear that shit no more. But the real MCs though didn't care for that shit.
No, I mean we weren't rocking with that. KRS-One tried to bring Shabba Ranks in.
Yeah,
he's the one who tried to bring Shabba Ranks in. And he's the one who tried to usher it, because the first time I heard Busta Rhymes sound anything remotely like a Jamaican was a song that he did with KRS-One. It's a song off the 1995 album. I think it's just self-titled KRS-One, called Build Your Skills. I'm like, this motherfucker Jamaican? I never knew, because he never did any Jamaican influences in his songs until he started, identifying with, trying to be a fucking colonizer. That's what he's trying to be. They're trying to colonize hip hop, and the fact that we're not going for it, they're saying we're hateful because we're not going for it. Nah, we're not about the all lives matter on hip hop. We're not doing that. It's ours, and you should be thanking us. For even accepting you. And not only that, Busta Rhymes, the group he came from, leaders of a new school, the whole entitled name was taken from a phrase that was in the song "Don't Believe the Hype" by Public Enemy. That's where they got Leaders of the New School from. And not only that, they won a contest. Busta Rhymes and his dudes won a contest that Public Enemy gave. And the winner got a recording contract. They put, Leaders of the New School on. And not only that, Busta Rhymes got his name from Chuck D. Chuck D named him Busta Rhymes. He's calling himself something else, Taim or something, because he was in the 5% Nation, which is also Black American. He was in that, and he called himself Taim or something, and Chuck D gave him a name, Busta Rhymes. That's how he got his name. But we don't have culture. He said we don't have culture, but everything about him came from Chuck D. Yeah, Hurricane JW, Busta Rhymes, he got that I'll call it David Ruffin syndrome. When it came to his crew, he got the, how they do us is to single us out, regardless to what it is. They'll find that one person and take them away from the group and tell them you bigger than the group. And then you say, yeah, I am bigger than the damn group. Fuck the group. And then that's how Busta Rhymes went solo. He was scrapping with his own, doing some underhanded stuff with his own crew. And that's how, they broke up on MTV. I remember that. I remember Leaders of the New School breaking up on MTV.
On MTV Live?
Live. They was doing an interview. They broke up then. I remember that. Charlie Brown and Busta Rhymes were going back and forth. I remember that clear as day. They broke up on MTV. On I don't think it was Yo MTV Raps. That's what it was. They broke up on that. Yo MTV Raps.
And Yo MTV Raps with Fab Five Freddy.
Yes.
I don't ever remember any like Puerto Rican rap artists or reggae rap artists at all performing on any of those. No.
They didn't exist. That's why. They didn't exist. I mean, once you ask somebody who's the, besides like Fat Joe and Tito from the Disco 4, I remember the brother from the Mean Machine, but that was, short-lived. And they came in the 80s, so that wasn't the beginning. They contributed. They're getting contribution mixed up with creation. And they're not the same. Just not. Their 50-50 stuff, they need to stop their 50-50 stuff because it didn't happen that way. It did not. A lot of them came way after. And I'm going to say somebody else who came way after that they put in such a prestigious position in hip hop, making him the godfather of hip hop. I didn't know anything about an Africa Bambaataa until like 82. Never heard nothing he did until I never heard of an African Bambaataa until Planet Rock. And that's not hip hop to me. It's not.
I never listened to Africa Bambaataa. I heard of him, but I had never listened to him.
The only thing that they did, I think it was Glee. I mean, it was GLOBE, the one. He was a member of the Soul Sonic Force. He did a song called "Play That Beat." That's the closest to hip hop that they ever came. But the rest of that stuff, like "Play at Your Own Risk," Pac Jam, and Planet Rock, That's not hip hop. That's that techno. That's that techno. Craftwork European stuff that they do over there. That's what that is. Because a lot of their riffs and their keyboards was from Craftwork. Peace to the good brother Dangerous Music. Thanks for tapping in, fam. All that stuff is from Craftwork. All of it. What's the name of that song they had out? They played it was Trans Europe Express. That's where they got that from. If you play Trans Europe Express and you play Planet Rock, you'll hear the same keyboard. But they just put that to their own beat. That same beat that song on My Boo, I forgot the name of the group. That's Planet Rock's beat. That the sisters are singing over. It's Planet Rock. My drum squad used to play that. But he got a prestigious, position in hip hop. Exactly, Hurricane JW. Play at your own risk, have the same beat as Planet Rock. They just changed it at dun 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 dun. That's all they did. They just added that to it. Same beat. And that drum is a drum. That's a real drum. That's not a sample beat. That's a real drum. Keyboard. That's what it was. Because a lot of brothers, when they was pop locking, including myself, they wanted to hear that robotic type beat. Like they had what's the name of that? Let's see, what's the name of that song that everybody used to pop off? Tip of my tongue. They had a song called Electric Kingdom. The song Electric Kingdom. Everybody loved that song, Electric Kingdom. Which it wasn't hip hop, but it was at the height of hip hop. But a lot of those songs wasn't hip hop, because, like you said, hip hop had a certain drum pattern, and that had nothing. It was nothing close to the drum pattern that we used when we was doing hip hop. No, it wasn't hip hop to me. Soul Sonic Force is not hip hop, and a lot of the MCs, including Lord Jamar, said that's not hip hop. Melly Mel said Rapper's Delight, they hated that song, but they was label mates. The first song they did, Freedom, first song that went mainstream that everybody loved was called Freedom, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. They took the song from a group called Freedom, called Come On, Get Up and Dance. And they played it exactly like the original group did. And they just did their rhymes over it. It wasn't like I said, it wasn't no turntables and everything, no samplers and all that stuff in the studio. It was musicians. They played the beat. They patterned it and they formatted it. Mic stands in the damn studio. They wouldn't have laid the lyrics down. That's how it was. Like they was composing the music like they do a regular R&B singer or blues singer, but they were just rapping.
Right.
They was just rapping. The first time I heard somebody really, really cutting on a record was Jay. Jamaster Jay. First time I ever heard somebody really cutting on a record was Jay. But he was doing it on top of the beats. Because it's a trick that we used to use to make it seem like the beat is being cut. Because all you got to do if a beat's playing is put that and the people thinking the beat's being cut. Just lay it on top of the beat. But the song King Cut by DJ Cheese and Word of Mouth, that's all live cuts. No sampling, no nothing. And that shit's impeccable. He did all that in Duke Booty's house. All those cuts are live. And so is the Magnificent Jazzy Jeff, all live cuts. All that stuff is live. A lot of DJs didn't do their stuff live. They did, those cuts was done live. As a matter of fact, I seen both of them perform those songs live. But hip hop is ours, and I'm rocking with Lord Jamar.
Yes,
he was
sir.
right about he's everything he said was absolutely correct concerning the origins of hip hop. None of them was there, and the friends I had, whether they was Jamaican or Puerto Rican, wasn't playing no hip hop. Nope.
Man, one thing that I know that I definitely that it stood out when I heard it. Lord Jamar saying shit. He was like something about like we really need to know who in the hell came up with this 5 elements of hip hop type shit. Like you trying to break hip hop down into some 5 elements and shit. Like I think that shit is a fucking what you call like a some misinformation that's been put out there in order to hijack the culture, in order to hijack that shit from us.
It was KRS-One. Hurricane is absolutely correct. It was KRS-One that started that 5 elements and all the other stuff with the temple of hip hop and all this other stuff, making it a damn religion. It was KRS-One. He wanted to add other people. He wanted to add other people because when people see breaking, they most of them we was rocking up top, but brothers was breaking too, and we gonna see who the best in breaking, because breaking is in the Olympics now. Them goddamn Asians, bro.
You said
they're gymnasts.
We talking about break dancing?
It's in the Olympics.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, it is, bro. Them damn Asians are acrobats and gymnasts. They gonna whoop these Americans' ass. I'm telling you.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's in the Olympics, and it's just another way for them to take it, bro. Because they know a lot of these brothers are not athletes. They just love the art form. But they're gonna put these brothers up against some damn gymnasts and acrobats, and they're gonna get their ass handed to them.
Man, that's wild as a motherfucker. I did not know that shit. They got break dance in the Olympics.
It's in the Olympics, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh shit, man! Damn, this is a straight hijacking shit, man. This is
hijack, bro. I feel better if somebody gonna rob me, man. At least have a weapon on you, bro. Because ain't nobody gonna strong arm me. You know what I'm saying? They just straight up taking it, bro, with no weapons, no nothing, bro. They're straight up taking it.
God damn, man. Break dancing in the Olympics. I done heard it all.
But I've seen some things that said a lot of these people from these other nations do, in particular those Asians. They doing some stuff, brother. I don't think any of us will even try.
Man,
I'm telling you, they do some stuff. Wish I can find that. I'm gonna see if I can find it. It's a dance routine that was on let me see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'm gonna find it and play it for you, and you're gonna be like, God damn, no way in hell we fucking with that. Contortionist, bro. I'm like, God damn. I'm gonna play it if I can find it.
So basically, he tried to add, or they try to say that dancing is an element of hip hop.
Yeah, when we dance to every damn thing.
These some crafty, sneaky motherfuckers, man. I tell you, shit, man. If like you said, this shit, bro. If we don't stand on nothing, and shit, man, and gatekeep our shit, man, we'll go down in history as motherfuckers who never invented or created nothing.
Exactly.
Shit, man.
I think I found it, brother. I'm going to share my screen real quick and show you this, brother. It's going to bug you out, bro. I'm telling you. We're like, damn, we ain't fucking with that, bro. It's Americans Got Talent, bro. It's like, God. Woo. When you see this, brother, you're going to be like, damn. I never seen nothing like it, brother. I'm telling you.
And they break dancing?
Where's it at? Where's it at? On my own. They're breakdancing and doing all kind of crazy stuff, bro. You're not gonna believe this when you see it, bro. You're gonna be like, whoa, we can't make our body go like that, bro. You're gonna be like, damn. Check this out, brother. This is just crazy.
You didn't set a record. There weren't more balls than we've seen anybody do. They weren't on fire here at AGT. This is the biggest stage in the world, and there was nothing that was above and beyond or different or spectacular.
When you see this, brother, you're gonna be like, damn.
I don't like going backwards. So when it's not as good as what we've had before, I can't get excited. It wasn't interesting.
These dudes right here, brother. If they don't stop it.
You've got to do something better than what people have done before. This has been a very strange day. Seriously odd.
Oh.
Let me stop it for a second and talk and not, do it continuously. I don't want them to interrupt my stream.
Right.
Check them out, though, Greedy.
Welcome to America's Got Talent. Who are you?
They don't got no words either. They're just going to start. They're just going to set it off. They don't got nothing to say.
Has the act started?
Man, what the fuck?
You shoot out. Yo, check him out, man. Shit, man.
Man, that's some crazy shit there, man.
The last one, he gotta have some upper body strength, bro. Look at that shit, man.
Damn.
What kind of upper body strength you gotta have to do that?
Man, that motherfucker, you need to tell me ain't no rope on that motherfucker, man.
Nope. That's crazy, bro.
You need to tell me wasn't no rope on that dude.
That's crazy. And then that's not even breakdancing. That's some contortionist type stuff.
Yeah, that's some other shit, man. That's some other shit, man. God damn.
They can keep
that
that, bro.
had to have a rope on him, though. So he had a rope.
All I know is, my arms and neck don't do that.
I was doing some brown shit.
Not even as a young man, my arms and neck did that, bro. No. That looked like it hurt.
And God damn, nigga, whole motherfucker torso was twisted around and shit, man. Like what?
I seen some performances. I think it was So You Think You Can Dance, and they be like 15 and 20 feet off the ground, bro. I'm like, nah, bro, you can't slip up doing that. You gotta be everything gotta be on time, bro. Ain't no slipping up when you're doing stuff like that, bro.
Man. And see, that's one thing and shit they'll never be able to take from us and shit, man. Motherfuckers might can try to dance and do all that other shit to compete shit, but when it come to that motherfucking mic checking,
that's
moving
us.
the crowd, MCing and shit, rapping,
that's us, bro.
Us all the way. You see, they
That's
already
us.
try to open up a lane and try to consider Eminem to be looked at as a goat in rap and shit. Like, man, this shit is fucking crazy. And shit.
We're not doing that, bro. Yeah,
No, we're not doing.
Eminem's good for him. For him, he's good for him.
Yeah.
To be
We ain't
him.
doing that at all, bro.
We ain't doing that, bro. I guarantee you. If they put that mic in the Olympics, we're gonna have gold coming home here all over the place.
All over the place.
All you gotta do is set up a dream team. Set a dream team up, go there and just bring it on home.
We'll never lose that one. Never lose.
We're not losing that battle right there. Not the MCing battle. Nope. They wanted to add all that other stuff too. Like we had the discussion earlier, bro. That ain't nothing but candles on the cake, bro. The dancing and all that other stuff. That ain't nothing, bro. These elements, that's KRS-One stuff.
Right.
Adding all that stuff, the temple of hip hop and what he really doing, bro, to me is pandering. Doing a whole bunch of pandering. He fixed his mouth to say that it wouldn't be no hip hop if it wasn't for Puerto Ricans. It wouldn't be no hip hop. He actually said that, bro. But if you take Puerto Ricans out of hip hop, it would still be hip hop.
Right.
If you take Jamaicans out of hip hop, it'll still be hip hop. What would happen if you take us out of hip hop? What would it be? It damn sure wouldn't be hip hop.
Damn sure would.
It wouldn't be no damn hip hop, bro. You took Kaz out, you can go back in the day. Melly Mel out, Kumo D out, Spoonie G out. You ain't got to go all the way up to like 86, 87 to the Rakims and the Cool G raps. That's a little bit too much. You can go back to there. Some of these cats, let's say if Big Pun and Fat Joe never existed as artists, I can live with that.
Facts.
I can live with that.
You damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let's say Busta Rhymes never existed as an artist. I can live with that. But a Rakim, a Cool G Rap, a Ice Cube,
right.
bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A Run DMC? Come on, bro.
Mm.
Those artists was needed. A Houdini? Come on, bro. That's back in the 80s. A Houdini was nothing like going to those shows, man. A Public Enemy? Even a KRS-One with his nonsense. Even him. Peace to the good brother, Equator 7. Or Big Daddy Kane. There's so much. A Jadakiss. Or The Locks. Come on, brother. These cats did a lot for hip hop, bro. But some of them other cats, man, I could live with if they never existed.
Yeah, like you said, if you take a lot of them artists you just mentioned out of the table and shit, man, it wouldn't even be hip hop. It'd be something else.
Exactly. So you're telling me if we took y'all out of hip hop, wouldn't be no hip hop? Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Yes, it will. It'd be the same kind of hip hop it is now, just as strong. Because I'm gonna say it like this: their contributions are even meager, bro. Especially the Latino contribution, meager. I think Fat Joe did 3 songs I liked his whole career. I think it was the Shit Is Real, the one he did with Jeezy, that Ha Ha, using that Soul to Soul beat, and probably Lean Back. That's I give him that. That's a constellation prize.
The only Fat Joe song that I can think of that I ever really played was the one that him and Big Pun did together when they was on the Deep Cover beat.
Oh yeah. That's all right. I don't even particularly like that, but the Shit Is Real, produced by DJ Premier, that shit was hard.
Mm.
But Fat Joe got comfortable because we let him say nigga.
Right.
He should have been checked the first time he said nigga. He wouldn't get too big for his fat ass britches.
Mm.
The first time he said nigga, he should have been checked. But he been saying nigga 30 years though.
Right.
He been saying nigga 30 years.
Through them coming in or having a lane in the hip hop world, it gave them a pass. It opened up for them to get a pass on shit like that.
But that's an empty ass lane. Ain't nobody in the lane, bro. But right. A few of them. Ain't no traffic in that lane though. Their lane is no traffic in it. If you follow what I'm saying. There's no traffic in their lane. But if you get in the lane, our lane, you got a whole bunch of MCs in our lane. But you go to their lane, no traffic. Both ways. No traffic. Because you only got a few. You can't even. I asked Dr. Derek Cologne the other day. He's supposed to be this historian on hip hop. He's the one who's trying to crowbar their way into saying that, it's created by us 50-50. I asked someone can you name some MCs, prominent MCs? He started naming people. I'm like, I don't even know who these people is. I don't know them. They don't exist. I don't even know these people. Talking about he know Charlie Chase and he know Disco King Mario, but talking about he can get him on the phone. Get him on the phone then. Then he start backpedaling.
All right, brother, this is my time. I gotta get ready to get out of here and go pick up my.
Yeah, so this been a good one, brother. We don't need to keep they dead already. The naysayers are dead already. So
yeah.
I appreciate this bit, brother. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Indeed. So I appreciate everybody that was tapped in. I know I ain't get to mention everybody and shit, man. I know all the kindred, man. Salute and peace and grand one to everyone. I'm tired as hell. I've been working all day and I got to go out and ride and get on this road again.
Me and you both, brother. Been working all day, you know. Got 5:30, so we're gonna do this by 8 o'clock, and we pulled it off, brother.
Yes,
Before
sir.
we go, I just want to say thanks to everybody that came through, tapped in, hang out with the brothers this evening as we discuss and break down the origins of hip hop and agree with our brother, Lord Jamar.
Right.
Wholeheartedly. But until next time, brothers and sisters, I want to thank everybody. I'm going to put everybody under one umbrella. I want to thank everybody for coming through and hanging out with us. We got more content coming. Myself and the brothers, in particular, you know, my comrade, Greedy Vegan. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
Get your copy of Fire. It's definitely a must-read. If you enjoy hood books, this one is it. Just like the title of the book, it's officially fire. Get it on Amazon, paperback or Kindle.